You're listening to Mike Adams and Chris Savory, the record collectors from the BBC, between now and 9 tonight.
Yes, you are. Don't forget the number 0743 248 321 if you want to take part in the programme. Well, our guests on the Record Collectors this evening are one of the most up-and-coming collectible groups of the 80s, and that might sound strange because if I mention the group name Monkees, which of course came to the fore around about 1966, one would say, well, that is a bit of a shock, but I've got Mickey next to me, and I've just taken the act in here in Stoke-on-Trent. Obviously, you'll be on your way by the time this goes out. But I want to say I was surprised with the act, just a hot-footing it round to the back door here is very entertaining and very, very humorous. And also, I thought far different from what I expected. The music was much wider than I expected, and also
You mean we had fatter musicians? Is that what you're telling us?
Stage was wider than we usually have.
Yeah, we usually have postage stand. We get to stand on the toe. Like that headquarters thing, you know, where we were all standing on this one spot at the beginning of headquarters. That's the stage we usually play on.
But what I liked particularly was, in fact, the interaction between you guys, and so the humour that was involved in the act. And it did seem to me that you didn't take yourselves too seriously.
No. How could you take this seriously?
I
How can you take him seriously?
My 7-year-old
this
kid
guy.
won't take me seriously. Why should I?
Can we just talk about your recording career as such? Your early albums in this country are very, very collectible.
Thank you.
Also, your
That means you can find them. That's what that means.
Well, for example, the Head album, the Head album in the UK.
That's the first, the head album. That's
The-
opposed
that
to
is-
the
that-
middle
that's-
album to the tail albums.
That isn't actually the first album, of course, but it's the first. That album is worth around about $40 to $50.
Ooh.
A
Well, I've
copy.
got half a dozen of them.
That's
I'll
Jamaican.
give you my
album.
phone number. I'll give you my phone number.
That's
Give me a call. Well, you see, talking collectible, you see, the thing is, you know, the Monkees have got a new album that's in the charts right now. It's actually a K-Tel album that has been advertised on the television, and I must say that it's been very well received. In fact, it has just gotten us another gold record.
And you're the
Which
first to know.
Very exciting because
We've
after
gone
all
gold.
these years,
It's a
coming
scoop.
back to England, since '68 we came to Wembley, we don't really have any new material to offer. They've just put this out and it's gone straight to gold, and so that's, thank you very much to all our fans for buying
Yes,
it, and
thank
thank you
you.
very much for all the DJs like yourself and around the country for playing
Thank you
it.
for our enemies, to our enemies for not suppressing it anymore.
Yes.
Well, your re-releases we have featured on our programme.
Thank you.
And we have been featuring your music since you started touring in the UK a few weeks back.
Great,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much.
No wonder we've
It's
been selling out.
Actually, our program is a reaction to reaction. Your records are collectible, and people write into us and ask about your records and so forth. So we react. We don't actually set trends. We just follow trends and stuff.
Well, thank you.
Can we? Of course, I remember you from Circus Boy. Of course, as everybody does.
I don't.
You're dating yourself.
I
know.
I don't remember him from Circus Boy.
But
Well, that's what it's like on a tour. You've got to date yourself.
Can we? I shall have to edit some of this out. I'm just doing hours with the scissors on this one. Right. Can I just talk through your records as it's such, and any comments you want to make
Why
about
not?
it?
Everybody else does.
And the rest of our show. And then we're talking through this interview too.
Yeah.
Okay, can I just talk through your collectible records on the UK?
All of them?
Very, very brief, just highlights of some of
What
the
year
records.
was this?
Let's look at the last train to Clarksville, the record which came out in 1966.
Yeah.
Now, copies of that are here now fetching about £5 or £6 a copy.
Was
Really?
that in 1984?
That's an adjusted price. That's the
This
current price.
now it's
The
for
current
5
price.
or 6 quid
Yeah.
for a single.
Yeah, for last.
No
train to
accounting
Clarksville.
for taste, is there?
And I'm a believer now. You're talking about £3 to £4 a copy.
Really?
For, I'm a believer.
Wow.
And the
This is like the Antique Roadshow.
and any memorabilia connected to you, you know, is very, very collectible. I don't know how aware you people are of how much sought after it is. It really is. I mean,
That's
for
brilliant.
example, when we actually hold a prize, and we give away hopefully some autographs and things, we'll be inundated. You are incredibly collectible.
Well, I'm doing a spin off this particular idea, actually. I'm advertising pretty soon. You won't see the ads for a while, but they will be in your local paper. Spend an evening, a week, or a night with Davy Jones. It costs different sorts of money for these sort of occasions, but
He's
depend-
collectible.
I'm collectible, so depending on the interest will depend on whether it'll be an ongoing thing. But I'll be there in your local newspapers soon, so please watch the ads. You know,
watch the paper, because if you don't, you won't see it.
Okay.
Okay, and finally, Instant Replay is another album which is extremely collectible in the UK. Of all the albums that you have cut, which are your personal favourites under the Monkees name?
Which have you cut up lately?
Headquarters, I think, would be mine, because that was the first time we really kind of got together and played totally as a real live group. And it didn't do as well as the others, but still, it was, I think, one of my favorites.
My favourite album was the first album, because after that it all became chaotic and hostile.
Would you elaborate on that?
Well, we made an album which was very innocent, went to #1, sold 6-7 million, and after that it got all very hard to deal with producers, with production companies, and with publishers, and with the Four Monkees themselves. But that's another story. So maybe that'll come out one day in our.
Can I just say to Peter that up in the gods, when I was up in the right in the gods there, the Sebastian bit, the classical bit, where I was, it was going down a bomb. Is that a regular feature in the act?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's the only piece of music I know, and I play it over and over. No, I know 3 Bach pieces, so I play them all over and over and over again. I played the simplest one because it's the one I have the best chance of making no mistakes on.
Yeah, right, getting through it.
Will you be touring again in the UK? Will you be coming back?
I wouldn't be surprised. We've had a very good reaction here, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Hopefully, this album's been a big boost to us, and hopefully there'll be some new material in 1989, 1990. But hopefully we'll be able to tour. The fans seem very interested in the Monkees, and we'll see what happens.
And we are very interested in the fans.
We
So.
certainly are.
This is the last question. What
Oh,
each of you, your favourite recordings that you've done? So maybe I can feature some of them in the show. Anything that you'd like to?
You
propose to play?
mean Monkey songs? You don't have my own recordings. I know. I don't even know if they're on that individual discography. Of the Monkey songs, you don't. Do you have Headquarters?
Yes, we have. It,
Okay. Well, in that case, I think "Spend My Life with You" is probably an Early Morning Blues and Greens. Those 2 songs, really, I think, are just very obscure. I mean, of the hits, I like Pleasant Valley Sunday the best, but I love a lot of the obscure things, mostly because they are obscure, because that's the kind of guy I am.
Mickey,
Yeah.
anything you'd like us to play?
Well, of the more obscure ones, besides Pleasant Valley, which I do like, Zoran Zam, Sometime in the Morning, and off the Head album, As We Go Along, Carole King.
Mickey, anything you'd like? David, anything you'd like us to play? Thank you, Mickey.
Of the Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones Limited, I'd like you to play "It's Hard to Believe," which is a song that I co-wrote.
Right, we're going to feature some of those tracks on the programme. Thank you very much indeed, and return
Thank you.
soon.
Thank you.